Good evening, friends. Welcome to my Soviet model railway. Yes, my Soviet model railway. I'm trying to be stubborn with the railroad system, and I'm not sure if it's working or not. It might be working. It might well be working, but the trains are too short, maybe. And these are as regular. The coloring of these segments here aren't really helping right now, for some reason. Anyway, I'm trying to be a really stubborn person here with the railroad, and have a single track system with what are we up to now? There's the unloading point where everyone wants to go. Yes, and we have a station there, a station there, a station there, and a station over there. Yes. I'm pointing with the semaphore apparently. Yes. And I think at least I got it to a point where it is actually working now, and that they won't end up in deadlocks or gridlocks or anything like that. No, they seem to be moving. Not 100% certain, but since the colors aren't working here anyway for some reason, it's that's what I had to do finally, was make this thing one way. Yes, then I got it working, because otherwise this semaphore, yes, it needs it. Otherwise, if the train is going to turn around in there, yes, then this semaphore needs to be a chain signal that way, but a block signal this way. Otherwise, it will be blocking itself for some reason or something. I couldn't make it work anyways, but by making this one way and making it go around in a little circle here, I think at least it's working. But the trains are not quite keeping up with the stuff right now anyway. But I don't know how much stuff will actually be producing, because they were gridlocked for a while. They were so now that you got them going, you actually got them down to a bit here. You might well be standing around waiting pretty soon. And if they'll be standing around waiting, then we have 5,000 tons of oil there, and okay, well that's actually 10 trips. Yes. How quickly do you refill? Not that quickly, really. Because it's not that great of an oil field, you know. If anything, we should develop more oil into this, if this is working. But I'm also trying an experiment here with the things in the model Soviet railway. Yes, the point being that there is no population and there is no fires, but there is an economy on a medium start, is what there is. So I don't know if one can maintain. But if one were to maintain it, you know, this landscape is too flat and all. But that's not why we're here to discuss that. The point is these trains and keeping them one-tracked, keeping the train system one-tracked. 10 trips, but that 10 trips, you know, at current rate, that takes a while, because that is multiplied by all these trains basically. Yes, they all have to wait their turn, and I don't know what happens and how they finally decide on, you know, who gets to go and so on. Acceleration ought to have some effect, but I think after a few goes, trains sort of shoot out into the thing, and I think that's to prevent you know, gridlocks from forming, maybe, or something. So one of these might well shoot out here eventually, whenever the thing, if it's working. Is it? Do you hear the sound of a train? No, but I see a train in the thing here, which is pretty good. Why could this make this a whole lot more efficient by just adding a bit of queuing space here? And here we have a road. We can't have trains queuing on the level crossing now, can we? No. That wouldn't do. But this seems slow. There you go. Voltage is very stable. And I think the economy is sort of working at this point. Money, yes, this year. But the question is with inflation and so on, and long-term export of the same resource, because I think that the crops and oil are basically the only resources that we can get to without workers, without getting into using mods for extracting resources. But you know, there are mods and there are mods, and mods. I'm not even sure they qualify as mods in this game. Community content, a lot of this is, but I suppose a thing such as, I don't think I have, but I know there are things that, for example, they managed to make a mine that can be a coal mine without requiring workers, but you need to place it on a gravel pit where you replace a quarry for it to work. So that goes a bit beyond what I'm willing to sacrifice here on the principles. So I suppose those are more or less the rules laid out for this place. Yes. Okay, this, I think now that this single piece of railroad track is actually working. I think it is. Yes. And now there is signals in such a way that you go around and around here. It will work. This little short train might actually get a bit of preference. But how many trips before you're caught up at current rate? Like 3-4, yes. Oh, I think that will be at a point pretty soon when they'll be waiting at these places again. You maybe not so much, but you get to go all the way over here. That's good for you. It's this one. This one might actually need a bit of an extension to it. That train has managed to leave now, so it is its turn to go, and that has quite a ways to go. So you will have to wait until that train arrives back here. That's the rules of this particular railroad at this particular point in time. Anyways, this is a stupid limitation to impose on yourself. Why would you do this? I don't know. But we have this. I mean, the landscape doesn't offer much in the form of challenge. You know, as it would happen when one does not perhaps think very long term when selecting the map generating preferences. Yes. Anywho, there is this system. Yes, that's the eastern system. Which lies to the west on the map, but anyway, it is mirrored for some reason, but it just is, and the sun rises and sets in the same direction. That's how it is. But yes, one can. I still call this east when I think about my nation, you know. But this, regularly, that is. I would say with TBD, you know, a place like that where you have this is just a money machine. There are no people around here. This is not a nation. This is a money. This is a resource extracting machine. Yes, where we have eliminated some things from the Soviet simulation equation here. How are the difficulty settings set again? Since we have this now, I don't think that this was available when this thing was created. Anyway, unsatisfied citizen doesn't matter. Energy management, buildings and vehicles, night days are enable, no fires, all vehicles, pollution doesn't really matter, neither does education simulation. No. The question is if you can get this going or keep this going, because the thing that we're dependent on to do the stuff is importing electricity. And so far it's going great. We've even been able to develop quite a bit with a medium start capital. I think that one could do it on a hard start as well if one had a bit more patience, And certainly with the more challenging map, it would become. But here on this, this system, is this any better railroad-wise? I hardly remember. I mean, it's single track. We have to keep it cheap, But here, at least there is some queuing space available, and yes, there is a roundabout system over here. For some reason, the railroad does a turn there. This looks awfully complicated. Yes, it does, but it is working. Yes, this is the Western economy, which lies to the east on the map, but only to the west in the economy. Anyway, because that's dollars. Yes. Yeah, sure, whatever. Cheers. This is actually this is more. Yes, this is more of a traditional setup. Rail setup than was on the other side of the map, Yes, here we can actually have trains queuing, and they can. I mean, what is this? Yes, the reason that it probably has ended up like this is because the power line was in before the railroad. Either that, or it was not possible to get it to grab onto a bit here in such a way that this could be avoided, because I don't think I did that on purpose, But given it doesn't matter in the end. It works, but it looks a bit off. But it is some efficiency is lost. Yes, if one were to get 150 trains on this railroad somehow. That's the thing, though. Can you keep up buying vehicles to get to a point where you extract resources, and then electricity might get too expensive for what you get for the thing in the long run? I don't know. There's only one way to find out. Yes, but this map is too boring. Anywho, yes, that will be it. Thank you so very much for watching. That's an example of railroad. 2 ways of perhaps not doing a railroad in Works and Resources Soviet Republic. Although it is now working. It is not efficient, but it is working. I think. Is not. Could we get a train rolling? If a train is rolling somewhere, that means that this system is working. Either rolling or unloading here. Regrettably, it is unloading at the moment, but we can do something about that. And also, again, it is a short train. I would really like to see the crop train get going, because that was quite a heavy investment that we had to do last year to get into the crop business, and I'm not sure if that will pay off. Oil pays off quite quickly, but this last year we invested 1 million rubles and 600,000 in vehicles, yes, a train and combine harvesters and what have you. 500,000 in foreign manpower. God damn it, that adds up, Sure, we exported oil for 863,000, but yes, this might not work out. I don't know. That was really expensive, and so far this year, due to the circumstances on the railroad, we have not been able to capitalize a whole lot on that. But yes, finally one train has arrived. So one train of current length is worth 8,000. Yes, this will continue to ramble on for a long time, perhaps now. But that will be it for this bit. Cheers, and thank you so very much for watching. Here's the thing.